What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we're going to talk about Gamora, an absolutely bonkers character. I am so impressed and so happy with this girl, and she looks absolutely lovely, man. God almighty, looking beautiful as always when it comes to good old Gamora. And right now on my build, guys, she has 47,000 physical attack. She has pretty much max attack stats for the most part. And something I want you guys to pay attention to is my fire resist. I actually have 47% fire resist. 45% of this is actually coming from my cards, which really helps me against a character like Mephisto. Now, something that's pretty amazing about Gamora is she does have the weapon master tag. She has the agility tag. She's a speed superhero, right? But she is an alien, right? So that's also something else to keep in mind whenever using a character like this. Now, I do have mythic physical attack Urus on her, but nothing else, guys. I can actually put Odin's Blessing on her and make her even stronger if I choose to do so. And when it comes to her skill, her Awaken skill is amazing because you can cancel this thing immediately. It's nice. It's got the remove all debuff, so that way whenever Mephisto is in his giant form, he can't stun you during that duration, which is really nice. Also, you got damage proc on that thing. Her passive with the increased basic damage to superheroes and supervillains by 45% is amazing for her damage, right? The 1, the 2 isn't nothing, right? The 3 gives her the accumulation by 1%, which is amazing for this girl. And the heal by 30% is honestly great. Gamora's survivability is very good. It is not lacking at all. It might seem like she doesn't have very good survivability, because I'll be talking about facing super high levels of World Boss Legend, but any character in high levels of World Boss Legend dies. Pretty much almost any character can get one-shotted easily, unless they got some kind of like undead passive where they can come back to life, or they got some kind of healing revive where, or they got some kind of heal where they get down to a certain HP threshold and they just heal immediately. I mean, that's pretty much about it, guys. Like, they just die super easy in high levels of World Boss Legend. And then her 4 gives her 5 seconds of immunity with the 35% increase of all attack. And then the 5th skill also gives her a nice 70% damage proc. This is really the big difference that they did for her, as well as making her more proc friendly, which makes her a lot easier and a lot more fun to play. And her passive, okay, no big deal there. And then her leadership, the 60% increase in physical attack. So they did increase her physical attack a little bit, 5% more compared to what it was. And when it comes to playing Gamora, guys, it's super easy. Like, it's just 3, 5, Awaken skill 5. Or I'm sorry, 3, 4, slight delay, and then the Awaken skill 5. If you just quickly cancel out that 4th skill, you'll lose all the damage out of that thing. So, like, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if I just go 4-2, right, we'll lose all of the damage from that thing, right? You're just going to get that 2nd skill, as I just showed you, right? So here's just the 2nd skill. Right, you won't get the residual damage from the 4 because she throws out these bombs. So you got to delay just slightly, and then go, right? Once she throws out them bombs, then you can take off, right? Now, her tier 4 is also really amazing because it gives her a heal, which is nice. And that's definitely going to help her survivability, as well as the chain hit damage by 50%, which is really going to bump up her damage because she does way more hits now than what she did before in her previous uniform. Now, I do have a fully awakened Power of Angry Hulk set. I don't have an artifact. And then this is what's going to be really great about the run we're doing today is I'm going to be doing a run with a regular obelisk. No CTP, no mighty, no nothing like that, guys. Just a regular obelisk. And you will be shocked by the damage that this girl can do at level 80. And she does have a mythic uniform. As far as her uniform options, Jessica Jones, which is, Emma Frost. Emma's actually a really good character, so that's actually pretty cool. It just sucks as, she's a crystal wall, so leveling that uniform could be pretty damn expensive. And then we have Blade, which, good leadership. And then we have actually good leadership for her, too. And then we have Loki, which is, pretty good. And then we have Hela, right? Which a lot of people do have Hela. So let me show you guys, what this girl can do as far as, gameplay. So let me bring it up here. Right? And let's check it out, right? It's kind of weird because I'm playing on my phone, but I'm also showing you guys this gameplay on here. So in stage 79 against Null, this is all for aliens, right? So we're using Valkyrie and we're using, Groot, right? And this is going to be something that's going to be nice about having Groot. Now, there are other alien characters like Thor and Thanos that can do this, but Thanos is very expensive. You're going to need his newest uniform. Well, more than likely you'll need his newest uniform. And yeah, he's pricey. And Thor isn't exactly proc friendly. You can play with a proc. I actually beat this stage with Thor originally, but I used a brilliant CTP of destruction, which most people don't have. So Gamora is actually going to be a really awesome alternative to doing this because, I mean, she's got the damage, guys. This is with a regular obelisk, a regular obelisk. Now, something that's pretty cool about Gamora's kit is normally I complain about how like certain characters' skills they're like rooted and right in front of the opponents instead of being in an iframe. And her fifth skill is rooted. However, the very beginning of the fifth skill is a partial iframe. And what that does sometimes, especially with the tentacles against Null, is if she does it, the tentacles will show up at a different area. The thing that's nice about Gamora is she really, can take some hits surprisingly, even in the toxic meteorites. She can actually absorb quite a bit of damage, even in this high level at stage 79. It's really just getting one-shotted by Null when he jumps on top of you, or whenever he face takes you in the second phase of this, where he actually has penetration, and he can actually do a tremendous amount of damage. So like right here, he can do a tremendous amount of damage to you if you're not very careful. In this very first part right here, right, it's not so bad, right? So what I've done is I'll just use the awakened skill. Now, that's not the most optimal way to do damage, but if you use the awakened skill, you're in an iframe, so you don't take any damage whenever Null jumps around and slams down, right? So now we're gonna run around. Now, something else that's really, really nice, guys, about this, I'm not showing you right now, is Groot. Groot has the undead passive, so you could actually switch to Groot, and if he dies, so what? He'll come back to life, and you'll still have that other character to fall back on in case you need to switch your character, which is pretty damn sweet. I mean, that's actually really, really awesome. And here we go. Something else about Gamora that I've noticed, guys, is that against Null, you want to kind of be against the wall so that way Null's pushing towards you and you're actually landing more hits on him so you can do actually more damage to the character, right? There, I got a little worried, had to switch Gamora a second ago. But this is, I mean, it's really, really impressive what she's doing. I mean, if I had a CTP of energy, I don't even think a mighty, this would be even easier because we'd get that extra chain hit damage, guys. It would make even more of a difference in her damage because she does so many hits. The more hits the character does, the more that chain hit damage benefits the character, which is why that tier 4 having that 50% chain hit damage is going to be really, really OP for this character. But in all honesty, guys, like, unless you might want to use this character in ABL, maybe ABX, I really wonder if you need the tier 4 because she's honestly pretty goddamn strong. The way she is right now, her damage is nutty. Like, this girl's got some serious, serious power, man. This is no joke what she's able to do. Like, it's impressive, guys. It's impressive. With an obelisk, with a regular obelisk, like, I couldn't do this with Thor before, right? I couldn't do this. There's no way I could do this with him. And because, one, it's difficult to play with an obelisk with that guy, with a proc, but her damage is just really, really great, right? And she's just super, super easy to play on top of having that huge heal every rotation, guys. Like, having a 30% heal every rotation is nice on these short cooldowns on these skills. It really helps her survivability and enables her to, well, just stay alive, right? Back out of here. Oh yeah, get it done. I mean, I'm proud of old girl. She is tearing it up. And if I had a CTP, right, we would have, went into the next phase already. I guarantee it. We would have went to the next phase already. It would have made enough of a difference to where we'd go down to the end, right? But the very last phase against this, you definitely don't want to use Gamora at the very beginning because she will get one-shotted easily. Like, if I try to use her right now, she'll get one-shotted. So what I should have done in hindsight is I should have used Valkyrie because Valkyrie actually has a healing passive, which I could have done a bit of damage to Null at this point in the fight. And then when I switched to Gamora, I could have ended the fight because you guys are going to notice that I'm going to come up a little bit short. But the point of the video is to show you how strong she is just using a regular obelisk and just showing just really how powerful the character truly is, man. I mean, this is nutty, nutty stuff. So, I mean, look at that, guys, right? She got down to one bar using a regular obelisk. And if I would have had a little bit better run, maybe if procs would have came or at the right time, at the right moments, I probably would have got this clear. I probably would have got this clear, man. That is absolutely ridiculous. Say 79, guys. 79 is no joke, but we're going to push it even further because she's got the type advantage against Mephisto. So let's see what she does against Mephisto. Now, here's the cool thing about this, guys. Mephisto here, she is actually, weak to her because she is a speed, right? This is stage 94. 94 with a regular obelisk. And I want you to pay attention to how fast she breaks the gauge for Mephisto in the first round. And it really will show you that she has more than enough damage to do this. She has more than enough damage with the current build that I have. It's just, you got to get it, just like with Null. With the obelisk I'm using, I got it in the build or the cards that I have to get a really good run, like almost a perfect run, in order to get the clear. However, whenever you see the damage that the girls put down, you'll be like, oh my God. And because I have 45% fire resist on my cards, I can pretty much just face tank, and her being a speed. By the way, her type enhancement is at 5. But because of all that, I can pretty much just face tank with Gamora. She actually has insane survivability against Mephisto, except for when Mephisto does his purple attacks. That's the only time she can pretty much get one-shotted against him, at least from what I've seen, right? Even when she gets caught, like, again, with 45% fire resist, even when she gets caught in certain attacks, she still can survive. Like, it's pretty damn insane, man, right? That 45% fire resist out of my cards does make a big, big difference, guys. It really does. And then, of course, having the type enhancement so you can decrease damage received from Mephisto, it helps. I mean, if you notice, all my strikers are increased damage to supervillains. That's all they are. I'm not using anything to decrease damage received. I'm not using any fire resist characters, which is pretty damn awesome, right? Really, like, fire resist is it's pretty sweet to have, in all honesty, against Mephisto, especially in these super high levels. Another thing about Gamora that's really, really sweet is her movement speed. The girl can run. She is fast. Like, man, that girl can get it going, boys. She got legs that just don't quit, right? And, she's doing so well that bars are just flying off of these opponents, which is sweet, right? It is sweet. Let's get behind old boy here. There we go. And I just love her smooth gameplay. Even when Mephisto does his little 4-way attack, which does a tremendous amount of damage to you, I can just face tank with the girl, and I don't got to worry about nothing, guys. I don't got to worry about hardly taking any damage at all with her. But again, I have to stress this. I have 45% fire resist on my cards. This makes a big, big difference in your survivability, especially against Mephisto, man. In these beginning phases, Mephisto does a lot of chip damage or dot damage to you. And yeah, having fire resist is quite handy, right? It's quite handy. But wow, this girl is, I'm loving Gamora, guys. Like, seriously, I honestly feel like this is a must-buy uniform for this character because, like, even if you don't really like Gamora, she's so strong that having the uniform and the fact that a free-to-play can level this uniform up, no problem, guys. You can level this uniform up, no problem. I think it's a good way to go, right? Now, here's where you get screwed. Now, these attacks here can one-shot her, these purple attacks. And the thing that sucks about it is it's delaying time, right? So the timer's running down as those are going on. And you'll see at the end of this video that if he wouldn't have done that, if Mephisto wouldn't have done those purple attacks, we would actually have gotten the clear. Spoiler alert, I didn't get the clear, but we got pretty damn close, right? These purple attacks really just, and this is just an RNG thing, right? Sometimes Mephisto does it, sometimes he doesn't. And if he didn't do it, I guarantee we'd have got this clear with the obelisk that I am running on him, right? And again, in this part of the phase, wherever Mephisto's, big, gigantic monster, whenever you use her awakened skill, she has to remove all debuffs. She won't get stunned whenever she's doing that attack, which is pretty damn sweet. I mean, we're pretty much down to about the 15th bar right now. I'm trying to be very, very aggressive, right? But, then purple attacks. He did these purple attacks 3 times, guys, 3 times, which is really delaying that timer and really hurting my damage over time against this little bastard. I played it quite a few times. It just seemed like you just wanted to keep doing them stupid purple attacks over and over and over to me. little bastard. But like right now, I can't attack because I don't have the remove all debuff from her awakened skill. Right? And you know, you don't even have to switch your character with Gamora here because she does have really good movement speed. However, Wave actually has a little bit better movement speed. Wave's just super, super, super fast. Right now, I'm just waiting for my awakened skill, right? Because we're running low on time. And look at her, guys. Right? Look at that damage, right? We got down to the 6th bar. If Mephisto again wouldn't have been doing all those stupid purple attacks earlier, right? If we'd had a little bit better RNG as far as what Mephisto's doing, I'd have got this clear with a regular obelisk. With a regular obelisk, I would have gotten this clear, which is nuts, guys. Like, Gamora's insane, man. What an amazing character. Like, I am loving the death out of her. By the way, her uniform effect does give her the critical damage increase by 35%, which makes it pretty easy to, you know, max out her stats for the most part. I mean, I'm loving her, guys. I really do think this is a very good uniform to purchase, to buy. If I would have been running a mighty CTP of energy, she doesn't even need immunity to guard break. Although if you did give her an obelisk with immunity to guard break, it would make things a little nicer for her for survivability, because every time a purple attack lands on the ground, she could actually just run through it super, super quick, right? And if the damage isn't high enough, she'll actually survive, and then she'll get that 30% heal right afterwards, right? Immunity guard break really is a nice thing to have. I tried re-rolling this thing here because I wanted to do a video with the CTP of energy, but I only got 140% proc. But I could put this mighty on her if you guys want to see what she can do with this particular mighty, but it really doesn't have the right proc for more damage. But that extra attack by 12% would help. And of course, I do have a mighty CTP obstruction that does have really, really good stats, and I can slap that on her if you guys want to see what she does with that. But I guarantee with either one of those obelisks, she will destroy the stages that I just showed. And the other thing that I want to point out really quick, guys, is in-world boss against Mephisto, because she has a Weapon Master tag, that is going to come in really, really handy, because, you know, you have Star-Lord, which dies very, very easy in this stage, whereas Gamora won't die. You have Moon Knight, but Moon Knight has a disadvantage. It's very, very difficult with this character. But I mean, you can easily use Gamora in this stage, guys, with Taskmaster. She'll actually take advantage of Taskmaster, which is pretty damn cool, right? And then you could just, you know, put in Star-Lord for maybe an extra bonus buff, which it doesn't look like he's giving at all, which is kind of surprising. I thought they give up. Or actually just put Mystique in there, and then you'll have double support, and I guarantee you'll get it done in stage 79, even with a regular obelisk, as long as your cards are built well enough. So guys, let me know what you think about Gamora, man. I think she's freaking fantastic. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. G2+7 time. The link in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See everybody. Take care.